The lycanthrope only grew in sewers. I had to find out how to get into the sewers of Ankh-Morpork. Not many people could claim that.
You wanted to see me.
I tried to reach you at the mansion, but you're never around when I need you.
You never need me when I'm around.
A funny thing happened to me the other day.
You arranged all this just to tell me an anecdote?
It's a funny little story. I think you'll like it.
I'm listening.
The other night, someone stuck a sword through my ribs.
Ah, it must have been someone who knew you well.
The thing is, not long afterwards, I was in my coffin thinking about it when I realized I wasn't dead.
That was lucky.
Luck was not a factor. Why did you do it, Carlotta?
Do what?
Make me a werewolf.
If I hadn't, you'd be dead. Would you prefer that?
That's not the point, and you know it. You did something to me that was going to change who I was for the rest of my life. And you didn't even tell me.
I didn't think you'd understand. Besides, it wasn't as if I planned it.
Are you telling me you turned me into a werewolf by accident?
How long have you been a werewolf now?
Not long.
Have you felt what it's like? That force that pulls on you, that draws your attention to every jugular, pulsing with life? The irrepressible call of fresh blood? A sudden attention to the phases of the moon?
I have to fight to keep control.
We all do. Coming to a city of 1 million people, it's like a starving monkey wandering into a banana plantation. You learn to live with it.
And you decided to infect me with lycanthropy?
Infect is such a negative word. I prefer blessed.
You think this is a gift?
Of course it's a gift. It's the greatest gift I could give to someone. And I chose you.
Why?
You're a smart man, Luton. Figure it out.
The person who killed can you...
What? What?
Well, I what? Reagan's.
I'm not.
You know.
What? No.
Where were?
When was?
Shortly after. So, how many people have you killed?
I'm not that kind of a werewolf.
I suspected you were a killer even when you were just a woman. Now, I'm certain of it.
I was never just a woman.
You expect me to believe you've never killed anyone?
I have a lot of self-control.
It didn't seem that way when we kissed.
Don't mistake passion for a lack of self-control.
Do all werewolves see the world the same?
Everyone sees the world differently, Luton. That's what life is all about.
I meant the colors. Do you see the same colors I do?
What color is the smell of the river Ankh to you?
A kind of cacophonous bright green.
I guess we do then.
Whoever killed me had a distinctive magenta scent. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Doesn't ring any bells.
There was something else about it. Like a kind of fluorescent sparkle.
Like a greenish yellow-purple?
That's the one.
That's octarine.
Octarine? Sounds like a type of fruit.
It's the 8th color of the spectrum.
8th?
The basic color of which other colors are merely pale shadows impinging on conventional reality. The color of magic.
Conventional reality?
Or what passes for conventional on the Discworld.
What's that supposed to mean?
If I always knew what I meant, I'd be a genius.
So what smells of octarine?
Anything magical.
Then how come I've never seen it before? There must be 100 magical things in the city. Unseen University should glow like a sparkler.
Mortals can't see it, only wizards. Although we can smell it, of course.
That doesn't explain why Unseen University doesn't reek of it.
Well, it fades quickly in sunlight, and in extreme cases, walks away.
Have you seen anything strange around town recently?
What kind of strange?
A little birdie eater told me that Malachite was killed by something bestial.
A werewolf?
I don't think so. Whatever, it was vicious.
You don't think werewolves are vicious? You should hear my aunts talk about me behind my back.
I think whatever this thing is, it's more powerful than just a werewolf. Do you know anything about the murder of the reader of esoteric occultism?
No.
Have you heard about the recent murder of a rich merchant?
Sorry, Luton. I'm not an expert on murder.
Do you know it?
No,
I take it you don't know where the golden sword is now.
Of course not. Do you think I wouldn't tell you?
Frankly, my dear, I don't know what to think. They didn't... Do you know anything about the sewers beneath Ankh-Morpork?
I'm sure you can think...
Do these bandages mean anything to you?
I'm sure you can...
Where can I find you?
I'll be around.
That's not very helpful.
What can I say? I go where I want to, with anybody I want. I just happen to be that kind of girl.
This isn't over, Carlotta.
I hope not. We don't have to be enemies, Luton.
We'll never be friends.
Let's not fight, Luton. We can work together, recover the sword together.
I don't know who you are anymore.
I'm the same girl I ever was, Luton. It's you that's changed.
You're telling me.
You know, Luton, you don't have to work with me. You don't have to say anything, and you don't have to do anything. Not a thing. Oh, maybe just howl. You know how to howl, don't you, Luton? You just pull your jaws apart and blow.
After Carlotta had left, I sat alone in the cafe, thinking about my problems. As bad as it seemed, my life was still better than it was a few years ago. Back then, I would have sat alone in the cafe, drinking through my problems. I just couldn't...
Now where?
There was still no sign of Horst in his quarters. He could be... Just thought we could have a little... Oh, all right then. Make it quick. Did you know there are sewers under Ankh-Morpork? Yeah, I heard that. But they're underwater, except during a drought. Why do you ask? Never mind. I guess I'll...
I've been here for a while.
I didn't want to transform in such an exposed area. I need your... Have you heard about sewers beneath Ankh-Morpork?
Of course, but you don't want to go there.
Why?
Because of the albino alligators. You don't want to tangle with them, Luton.
I have to stay out because there's alligators in the sewers.
Well, that and the fact that they're below the water table. You can't breathe water, can you?
I've never tried. What about the reader of esoteric occultism? Do you know about his murder?
Ha! Internal politics. It is of no consequence to the world what happens inside Unseen University.
Even if they accidentally summon hideous demons from beyond space and time?
As long as they stay inside Unseen University, no problem.
I heard a prominent merchant was killed.
That's right. A gangland killing by the Shin-Kicker Triad. They told Bjorn Iron Trader to stop trading with their rivals, but he didn't listen to them.
I don't think that's the murder I'm interested in.
Maybe it should be.
What do you know about the murder of the patrician's clerk?
He wasn't killed. He's been smuggled out of Ankh-Morpork by a team of crack Ephebian ontological guerrillas.
Ontological gorillas?
A vicious band of terrorist philosophers trying to spread their doctrine that our existence is purely an abstract experience mediated by a limited sensory experience, which cannot be relied upon to provide accurate perspectives or any true reality should one exist.
Sounds plausible.
So, they got to you too, did they?
What do these bandages mean to you?
It looks like a jelly baby and Mummy's burial wrap.
And the plaster?
Perhaps he's been decorating.
I'll have to... The truth... I have some more questions. Ask them, if you must. I asked Mooncalf where he... He always... Do you know anything about the sewers beneath Ankh-Morpork? I prefer to involve... Do these bandages mean anything to you? I prefer to involve... Well, I'll be... I'm back.
Good boy.
Do you know anything about the sewers underneath Ankh-Morpork?
There's sewers under Ankh-Morpork? That explains a lot.
Do you know...
No use asking.
Thanks for your...
I just...
Turning into a...
Where are the guards gone? Probably can't do this here, no.
Leonard would probably be fairly nonplussed if I changed into a wolf, but I didn't want to chance it. Just a few... I knew full well that asking either Leonard... Do you know anything about the sewers beneath Ankh-Morpork? What are you being said? Do these bandages mean anything to you?
I am sorry, I wasn't...
I decided... I doubted...
I don't know where to go now. Nowhere else has appeared.
Who would say... I'd... Very well.
And that's where I got the information from. Maybe this will give me information on the sewers.
I checked through the library and found some ancient plans of the city of Ankh. There was an intricate sewer system beneath the city. It must be thousands of years old. It would be in quite a state if it was still around, and as far as I could tell, it would be under the waterline if there wasn't a drought on. Given the rains that we'd had recently, I could only find one section of sewer that might be above water. There was a shallow sewer running from the Maudlin Bridge around the rimward side of the Royal Winter Palace of the Kings of Ankh, now the home of the patrician. I guess the designers weren't allowed to put sewers under the palace grounds, which might have been why the Royal Summer Palace of the Kings of Ankh was a long way from Ankh-Morpork. That and the stench of the River Ankh, anyway.
So Maudlin Bridge.